The next session, Tatsuya Yamamoto, session E, and we have Abesaki Yu from this session to make a report. Good morning. Session E is about information and communication technology, friend or foe of peace. When we think about peace, in this kind of forum, I am not usually invited to attend this kind of forum because there are some more traditional topics that is dealt with in this kind of forum. I was impressed with the Rotarians that actually I was surprised that Rotarian has invited me, who is a person involved in IT, to address this peace forum. However, I believe this is a very good idea because in the 21st century, we need to talk and tackle with how IT can be involved in peace process as well. In the workshop session, I mentioned something. One is that technology itself is possible to change culture, politics, or military forces. And sometimes it will make a drastic change or dramatic change to the society. And I would like to show you some of the slides that I have shown in the workshop section. Of course, this is the Arab Spring that has been witnessed by many people. And so technology have a great force of mobilizing people. This mobilization is unprecedented. This probably is not the best image. At the bottom, there are police, and on the top, there are people who are using social media to transmit the people who are demonstrating. So when we think about it, the policemen are here trying to impose force on this group of people. However, the people using social media, this is a different power to transmit this kind of demonstration. So these two forces clashes to make a social change. And this one is the photo of Mubarak was broken down by the group of people. However, interesting thing is the people who are at the bottom of this image taking photos. So everybody is using their cell phone or the smartphone to stream it into the YouTube or Facebook or Twitter. And in Egypt, there's also photos about this unchanging sunset, a beautiful sunset. So sometimes it is a contradiction of seeing these people or a group of people who is trying to make social changes as well as in the backdrop of a tradition. And this was 2005, 2013. In 2013, there was a new pope. And this probably was transmitted or streamed in the large volume, probably the largest volume that was transmitted through Twitter and Facebook. So when Japan was hit by the earthquake, unfortunately, of course, the nuclear power plant was hit, and there were radiation leaked from the nuclear power plant. Of course, the Japanese government did not want to leak this kind of disastrous information. However, a group of journalists, as well as some citizens, they went to a Geiger counter to go to the site and detect the radiation through that instrument. And so that was published on Facebook, and so there are great discrepancy from the number that the government was telling people versus those people who really actually tested the radiation. So how do we make evaluation which one is telling the truth? And of course, through Facebook and a lot of email or this social media, some people from Egypt personally sent me a message telling me that thank you very much. When we had difficulties, you supported me. Now it is our time to support you. So this kind of exchange of information was very immediate. In this kind of through social media or through technology, sometimes we need to be aware of how credit card information can be misused. And sometimes the Internal Revenue Service would be able to understand how people are using their credit cards, so how much their income should be. And now there are cyber war going around in the world, and so we can really without using weapon, really can have a war. And however, in cyber war, we don't see corpses, dead corpses. However, it's still the security and the safety of a country is threatened. So this is what we need to continuously think about. IT or information technology is a knife, just as a knife. So it is impossible to wipe out the internet or information technology. However, if you are given a knife, whether you use it to cook or use it to kill somebody, it is entirely up to you. So when we think of information technology, it is as if you were given a knife. How you are going to use it, whether it's to benefit the humankind or become a threat to humankind, is entirely up to you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning again. I am from District 2560. I'm an interactor. I'm a little bit nervous. Sorry. In this session, we talked about ICT and peace. I wasn't sure about connecting these two by looking at the title of the session. However, as we all know, by using Facebook and Twitter, the Arab Spring became possible. So I realized that ICT and peace could be connected. In the Arab Springs, ICT played an important role revealing the information that the government actually hide. So in this session, we also talked about the transparency. And sometimes those transparency could work negatively towards the benefit for the government. So that means ICT has both benefit and minor factors. So ICT is a friend or an enemy of peace. I was really drawn to this session by thinking about that aspect. In this session, we divided into 5 groups. One of the groups talked about the supercomputer to record all the memories of the humankind. And if we think about this question, how would you answer to it? A computer can hold information forever. However, if you input your schedule on your computer, maybe you forget about it. So even if you write down your schedule on your schedule book, it might be difficult to read later. However, it is sometimes difficult to think about the backups. So just by looking at the information, you feel like you have experienced it. However, information only is not so valuable. It is not the actual experience. This means that information cannot really become your knowledge. Also, I realized so many other new things in this session. Summarizing all of that, I came up with this one thing. We are talking about this ICT in this session. However, something that actually uses this information is all human. So we all came down to very humane discussion about how to deal with the information. By listening to others in this session and exchanging ideas, I really learned a lot. Through information communication technology, I could come up with a new idea to achieving peace. This was a very rich experience, and this session was very fruitful. Thanks to this session, I now think that I want to study more about information and communication technology. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Yamamoto and the reporter. I am sure new generations use those information communication technology every single day. So I think it was very nice that in this session you could talk about both aspects of information communication technology. So we have heard from representatives from all the sessions,